Hello, and welcome to the tutorial for both parts Cello 1 and 2 of Palladio for the Global Cello Side Project number 5. I just wanted to go over a few things that you might want to know, like when you record these, if you're going to play the solo, I would actually record something for just the solo. Start the click track, maybe somewhere around letter B, let it play, and then just come in and play your solo at the point where it comes in. Because if you are trying to go from something like it's easier if you take a measure or two out to get ready and just be ready to play when it's your solo time. That's what I did when I recorded the click tracks. The if you want to play through and put them in, that's fine. Just know that you'll probably get a better result if you start having left a measure or two out beforehand. Now I'm going to start looking at the cello 1 part, because the cello 1 part is the highest part. And you can just do this at the beginning in 4th position, except for the B flat when you have. So I would just do reach up for B flat, A, G, and then so on that section, on the cello 2 part, on these sections, we're going to be back mostly in 3rd for that. Then with the scale at measure 6, make sure we get a nice big distance between C sharp and B flat on the harmonic minor scale coming down. In both parts, at letter A, it's going to be a lot of. So they should all be up, and keep the bow short, and right at the balance point would probably. So all of this, you want to have light, short strokes, spiccato right around the balance point. If you are playing the parts at letter C, where they're half notes and whole notes, smooth and soft. I would even stay on the D. Maybe the half string harmonic for this D, and then. But stay quiet. Still quiet, just now start getting louder. Just save that crescendo for those measures where it's actually written. Don't start it early. In all of the rest of the piece, we're going to have a lot of just steady 8th notes. Anytime you have the figure, like the opening figure, just. The 8th note is longer, but the very last note is not. So, we don't want that last note to hang over. It's short. In the first part, at the very end, at the CODA, we're just going to go straight up the scale, up, and then thumb on the A, and one more step you can go for, or you can reach back up, but I would leave the thumb on the harmonics, on the half string the whole time. So when you're at the next to last measure, the measures 80 and 81, it's just 3020 3020. It's a lot easier than trying to do anything back and forth up the A string. And the final, if you can play both notes, great. If you have to pick one note, just pick the top note. One thing that both cellos 1 and 2 are going to do in a couple places. One is at measure 16 and another is at measure 65. They both are going to have instead of just 8th note, triplets. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the second part. So find a fingering where you end up. You might want to do 1-1 on a couple of those, like C sharp to D in the second part in measure 16. And in the first part, if you do 1-1, it's probably safer. But the rhythm needs to just, this is very steady on and do that. So. And at 17, the first parts can be just 30-second notes, or you can tremolo or 30-second notes, either is fine. That's only in the first part. In both parts, after letter D, those half notes or dotted half notes are going to be upbow crescendo every time. So on the first part, it's going to go from the first part to the second part to the thirds. So it'll be, the first part will be like, you want to start near the tip. So all of those, you want to start near the tip on the 16th note, so you have a long upbow to get the nice swell in. On the second part, it still needs to be up above. We have a little more recovery time. 1, 2. 1, 2. And come down the. Just a nice diminished chord coming down on before letter E. Same thing for the upper part. Just coming down the diminished chord. Keep scrubbing in nice and deep, and then it comes back one more time. Let's have fun with this one.